Hello, I'm Chris Ramirez, and this is my lesson plan for expressive language therapy. This is for a fourth grader whose goals are for functional sequencing and for WH questions. I would introduce this to a child, for instance, saying, we are going to be doing some sequencing. Do you know what sequencing is? Sequencing is putting things in order using words such as first, next, and last. We also use then and finally as well. We are also going to be doing some WH questions. WH questions are what, when, why, and how, and where. What meaning like a person, place, or thing. When meaning did it happen in the morning, night, after lunch. Where meaning did it happen at the store. Why, like meaning why did you want to cut out a snowflake. And how, meaning how did you write the paper. And to begin, we are going to start off with some WH questions. So I have 3 pictures: a picture of a pen, a picture of a paintbrush, and a picture of scissors. I would ask the student questions like, what item can be used to cut paper? Scissors. What item can be used to paint a house? A paintbrush. What item can be used to write a letter? A pen. So I would want a verbal response. I would also ask, like, or give prompts like, you can write a paper with, and have them point to a pen. You can cut with scissors, and you can help paint a painter with a paintbrush. And I'll be using that or that's an example of WH. And for sequencing, I have 3 sets of sequencing. One set, or a couple of sets, are sets of 4, and another set is for a set of 3. The set of 4 is so it could be more difficult. So, for instance, I have a sequence for making peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I would ask, I would most likely mix them up to make it more difficult for the child. And to make it easier, I would just put them in order and just ask them what it is. For difficult, I would say put it in order and tell me as you're putting it in order. So first I am getting the bread, next I am getting the peanut butter and jelly, then I'm spreading the peanut butter and jelly on the bread, and then finally I'm going to eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I would also ask, like, where would you find peanut butter? Where would you find jelly? What do you do with the bread that's not being used? How do you spread the peanut butter on the bread? Do you spread it smoothly or do you spread it rough? And also, like, how do you eat your sandwich? Do you eat it like nicely with a napkin, or do you eat it all messy and it gets all everywhere? Because sometimes that happens. For like a set of 3 that would be easy, I gave an example for pizza delivery. So I have a picture of a person knocking on the door, the pizza delivery guy, then the people taking the pizza to the table, and a picture of eating pizza. So I would say, which picture do you think comes first when the pizza delivery guy comes? I would expect them to point to the picture of the man knocking on the door. And after you've gotten the pizza, what do you do with the pizza? Do you eat the pizza or do you take it to the table? Good job, you took it to the table. After you've taken it to the table, what do you do? Good job, you eat the pizza. And then I have another for brushing your teeth, which is a common one that's always used. I would ask, what two items do you use when you're brushing your teeth? A toothbrush and a toothpaste. When do you put on, or what comes after you have the toothbrush and the toothpaste? You put the toothpaste on the toothbrush. What happens after you put the toothpaste on the toothbrush? You brush your teeth. And what happens after you brush your teeth? Or when you're done brushing your teeth? You rinse. So then after that, I would ask questions to make it more difficult. I would say, when do you take off the cap of the toothpaste before you put it on the toothbrush? When do you also, like, how do you rinse your mouth? Do you use a cup or do you use your hand? How long do you brush your teeth for? I would ask questions like that. And that is my expressive language therapy.